A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back for the final time this week to Veysonnaz here in Switzerland. It's the final session of this Para-Skiing World Cup. We've seen so much fantastic action this week, and there's a really crazy course out there for the athletes to navigate today, this afternoon. Really looking forward to watch them try and sign off this World Cup in style. Before we do that, let's take a look back at run number one. Who leads the way? So there's some interesting results as ever. Most of the leaders putting in really solid performances on the final day here in Switzerland as they look to end this competition in the best possible fashion. It's been a long few weeks for these skiers. Most of them have been on the road for a good month now. They're looking forward to getting home, but before that they have got to earn their flights back with some more fantastic skiing. That is on the way for you next. Use the hashtag Paralpine. We are at Paralpine on Twitter, Instagram and on Facebook. And for the final time this week, it's time to hand over to our race commentator, Alan March.
Thank you very much, Stephen. Indeed, one final time to the slopes they go. Who will take these final World Cup medals and, more importantly, the points on offer for this World Cup season? They don't know. She doesn't know. We don't know just yet. But we will together, all of us, don't look so serious, we will together, all of us, find out in the next hour or so. We're here in Veysonnaz, as Stephen Jameson was talking about just a moment ago. It is the final day of the World Cup before a well-earned break for many of these athletes. Some of them have enjoyed success every day. Others have had to battle their way through and scrap for everything that they've earned. 2 degrees up here. "39 gates, 32 of them turning. Ben Black setting the course this time, a length of 1,184 metres, a vertical drop of 300 metres. You can see one of the 4 runners just making their way through the course. It's all being tested. 6 disciplines as always, 3 for the men, preceded by the women. VI sitting in between that is the standing, and currently at the top of the standings in the Giant Slalom of the World Cup is Melissa Perrine. She trails today. Menna Fitzpatrick has the advantage. Decided to take a day off, Fitzpatrick, on the opening day. Came back better than ever yesterday. Both of these ladies trailing the great Henrietta Farkasova when it came to the world champs recently. They were the opposite way round during the games in Pyeongchang. Farkasova from Fitzpatrick from Perrine. The World Championships was Farkasova from Perrine from Fitzpatrick. This morning it was Fitzpatrick from Perrine, so all change once again. Bobby Kelly, 25-year-old, celebrating a birthday here earlier in the week, guiding down the 30-year-old Australian. She's been competing for a long old time now, Melissa Perrine. Without a world champs or a imminent Paralympics, maybe a year away to recharge the batteries. Remember, a lot of these athletes have got day jobs they have to do as well. Combining that with skiing, sometimes just as tricky as some of these gates out here on the course. Perrine's long dark hair flowing away behind the helmet. Is she registering a time here that will upset the lady that is 10 years her junior? Kelly's across the line, but that doesn't count yet. It's Perrine who does, 2:12.17. They picked up some speed towards the end. There's a round of applause at the bottom. Perrine is guided in. Is it good enough? 2:12.17.
How is that?
Jen Keogh guiding Mena Fitzpatrick, whilst Perrine was older than her guide. It's the opposite way round this time. 35-year-old Keogh has had various levels of success, also guiding Millie Knight. An injury meant she didn't get to Sochi, but certainly got her rewards with Fitzpatrick. That gold in Pyeongchang is not just the hard work of Fitzpatrick. The guides go through the hours and the training as well. Now, 2:12. Oh, 0.55. She was quick over the opening section and holds on through the bottom section. There's the embrace. Well, it's gold tape on the back of Jen Keogh's helmet. It'll be gold medals around their necks on the podium. Very quick in the opening section. Some difficulties at the bottom meant that gap closed and closed and closed. And right here, I was just wondering, 2:12. But getting across in 2:11.62 means that they will head to the leader box. So there's the official results. 2:11.62 from Mena Fitzpatrick, taking the title in this final World Cup Giant Slalom here in Switzerland from Melissa Perrine, 2:12.17. Great Britain from Australia. So we're going to go down and hear from the British pairing in a matter of moments. It's like somebody's left their gloves. Let's go and hear from Fitzpatrick and Keogh. There with Stephen Jameson.
Yeah, thank you very much, Alan. Welcome down to the finish line here with Mena and Jen. Guys, congratulations. This is another gold medal in Veysonnaz. You guys have really enjoyed your time here, haven't you?
We have, definitely. The hill is so much fun. We produced some of our best skiing that we have done, which is all we can ask for, and we're just really happy.
Yeah, it's great fun, and the competition is actually pretty tight between us and Mel and Bobby, so that makes it great fun. It means you have to go out there and work really hard, because you never know. One mistake could mean the difference between winning or not.
I know you guys had a bit of a slow start to the season by your very high standards yourselves. Has it been nice to sort of progress through and get to something like your best?
Yeah, definitely. We're always looking to make improvements in our race runs and in training. So we're happy to actually go out there and produce our very best in races, which we were struggling earlier on in season to do that. But now we've actually managed to get things right and actually go out there and do our best.
So I'm out of breath, so it means that Mena's pushing me, which is, that's how we like it.
That's exactly how we like it as well. Girls, congratulations, fantastic stuff again. Alan, it's back to you.
Thanks very much.
There might have been two of them, but you heard from the British pairing that they enjoyed being pushed by Perrine and Kelly. Let's hope that continues, certainly into the World Cup final. All about funding for a lot of the athletes, whether they come out to all of the events, some of the events, most of the events. All answers remain to be seen. Now, Giant Slalom for the women, the standing. Ami Hondo will be disappointed to be last in that list. Binja Schmidt in fourth. Anna-Maria Forster, Andrea Rothfuss, and the great Marie Bochet will go in that order. This is Ami Hondo. Wears the very distinctive pink helmet for all of her competitions.
15.
She, of course, winning all of the world titles. No Alana Ramsey here, or Petra Smazova. That was how it finished. Rothfuss and Rieder both crashing out in the giant slaloms, which opened the door for different medalists indeed. Ami Hondo fourth on that occasion, would later pick up a World Championship medal, of course. Again, just the use of the ski pole in the right hand. He slowed through here, so would have been hoping to have kept some speed. You can see her having to work very hard to try and regain some of that momentum. Hasn't been the best of World Cup venues for Hondo. And she finish with a bit of a rush down the slopes and improve on that early morning escapade down. 9:30 this morning they were asked to make a start, which obviously means everything is earlier. Getting up, getting the training run done, getting down and taking a look at the course, everything becomes earlier. And the finish here for Hondo, 2:18.40. The lady that finished fourth at the World Championships. First down in this list of athletes. How will that leave her come the end? Hondo for a moment, briefly, will be in the leader box. Binja Schmidt is out on the course. Already 3.27 seconds ahead and heading speedily towards the finish now. And towards the line, 2:18 will be easily achieved here for Binja. She lost a little bit of time towards the bottom though, 2.97. 2:15 is the time for Schmidt. 15.43, just shy of being 3 seconds ahead of Ami Hondo. This is Anna-Maria Rieder. As I mentioned, disappointed to have DNF'd at the World Championships. She's extended the lead that she had going into the second run over Binja Schmidt, so that's a good start for Anna-Maria. Just 18, so despite that disappointment at the World Championships a few weeks back, she will, of course, have plenty of time in her career to make that right. 2:15.43 is the current lead mark. Not now, 2:13.78 for Anna-Maria Rieder. A little celebration to herself This is Andrea Rothfuss. I'm sure a lady that Rida looks up to. Rothfuss is the only person to have stopped Bochet from leading any run so far on the first day of the Giant Slalom. Rothfuss won the first run, couldn't maintain that lead into the second. Annie Bochet saying to me yesterday, it made it exciting, didn't it? It made it different. Rothfuss chasing down on the young German that leads, 2:13.78. Rida's time, number one at the moment. Oh, well inside. This is a really good run. Really good run. 2:08.97. 2:08.97. Rothfuss waving at the camera. Will she be standing in the leader box in a few moments' time? Or are we going to have 6 out of 6? She did 5 out of 5 at the World Champs. 6 races here. And already 2.33 is the lead she has. A little bit like Camp Schur, Bochet seems to have rid her game of any mistakes. Almost effortless at times. And Bochet looking good again. Turn 25 yesterday. Wins medal number 6 today. 2:06.07. Lightning quick from Bochet. Well, the World Para-Alpine skiing standings after run 2 for the standing women in the Giant Slalom on the last day. Annie Bochet takes it in 2:06.07. Andrea Rothfuss, 2:08.97. 18-year-old Anna Maria Rida in 3rd position. She was far enough ahead of Binja Schmidt not to worry, and Schmidt was far enough away from Ami Hondo as well. This is Bochet, already 2.3 up at that intermediate split time area. And we can hear from the great Bochet, she's down with Stephen Jameson at the finish.
Yeah, thank you very much, Alan. Joined by our winner once again in the women's standing, it is Marie Bochet. Marie, congratulations. Perfect run for you in Veysonnaz. I know you love this hill. You've had a very special week with your birthday. How do you look back on this week?
It was very cool, and I enjoy this place and enjoy every race here. I learned a lot this week. I'm older too, so maybe I have more experience after this week, and I'm very happy. And no, I think it's time to rest a little bit, to stop, to take a break, and to come back stronger and stronger in March in the Marina.
How much are you now looking forward to getting back home? I know it's not too far away for you now. How much are you looking forward to a bit of rest? It's been a very, very busy month.
No, I think I just need to have some time with my families, friends, and take a little physical training to keep the health. And after we have a training camp with the French team in Marzin on the slope for the final World Cup. So yeah, it's keep calm. It's not too bad. It's the right time, and I need it now, so it's perfect.
Well, you certainly earned it. Congratulations once again, ladies and gentlemen, Marie Bochet.
Good luck for the World Champ, for all Nordics, and especially for the French team.
Nice words indeed. Thank you very much, Marie. Alan, it's back to you.
Well, Marie Bochet wishing all the best to the Nordic team from France. You can watch all of the Nordic action as well. The World Champs being brought to you by the IPC, International Paralympic Committee, showing live the World Para-Alpine Skiing Championships, and the Nordic World Championships are getting their turn as well. Next week we're off to Prince George in Canada, and the Nordic action gets underway. So if you're into your Nordic action as much as your Alpine, stay with us over the coming weeks. Of course, the action, as Marie Bochet was saying, returns in Spain at the beginning of March, and then ends with the World Cup finals in France a little bit later on. Now we're into the women's sitting giant slalom, the second run Only 3 survive from the 5 that started. Get across the line, you get a medal. Get across fastest, and of course, you win the World Cup title on this race. Annalena Forster. Oka, the Paralympic champion. She's emphasised just that by winning the first 2 Giant Slalom races here. Can she win 3 out of 3? Annalena Forster will do well to stop her. 1:08.55 in the first run. Almost a full second back, but we've seen bigger leads crushed. And the experienced German sit-skier do just that. 21-year-old Muraoka, youngest of the 3 left. Forster, only 23. Already gone through 4 World Championships and medalled at every single one. Olympic champion of the Super Combined, of course. This lady on her day can compete with the very best, the Muraokas and the Schafferhubers. We'll just wait for the official time to come up. We'll bring you that time in just a matter of moments. Laurie Stevens has been allowed to go, so there can't be a massive problem. 2:24.82 is the time for Annalena Forster. And Stevens is inside, 1.46 to be precise. Can Stevens keep that lead going? Lady born with spina bifida. Hasn't let that hold her back at all through her life. A 2-time Paralympic champion back in 2006. It's been looking good here at the World Cup. 2:24 the time to beat. Well, she smashed through that. We can't give you the official time just yet. Try and give you that official time in a moment. Well, 2:26.63 is what's on my screen, so we'll see if that gets amended. 2:24.82 is the time to beat. Momoka Muraoka up next. So 2:24.82 is the time we have for Forster. Muraoka has won 2 so far. Oh, she is flying here. 2:14.26. Excellent stuff from Momoka Muraoka.
On that second race, Muraoka did much better than the other one.
The 3 athletes that are there, these are the unconfirmed results. Unconfirmed results for now. Muraoka, Forster, Stevens. Always a protest period at the end of every run. Doesn't very often come to anything. If there's a run that needs reviewing, that obviously gets looked at as well. But for now, I don't think there's any questions about Muraoka taking the title. 2:14.26. Take a look back at Muraoka heading into the final section. Muraoka wanted 2:24. Just look how quick this is. 10.56 seconds ahead from Annalena Forster. Another smile from Uruka, the world champion, demonstrating just why she is that. And we're going to get a chance to have a chat with her again for a third day running with Stephen Jameson. Let's go down to the finish line and see what they have to say.
Yeah, thank you very much, Alan. Joined at the finish by Momoko Morioka. Huge congratulations, another win for you. This has been the perfect week, right?
Thank you. Yeah, very excited to race. Thank you.
And how much have you enjoyed being in Veysonnaz? Your skiing has been amazing. How have you enjoyed your time here?
Yeah, today race, so first line so start and middle race, so I'm not so good. Yeah, but second line, so very good race. Yes.
And how much are you looking forward to La Molina and getting back underway? I know I've got a little bit of rest, but how excited are you for La Molina?
Yeah, so La Molina has speed race and technical. So I'm a little scary, yeah, but I will do my best.
We wish you all the very best of luck there. Can't wait to watch you. Congratulations on a fantastic week, Momoko Morioka. Alan, it's back to you.
Thank you very much, Stephen. Different styles of racing suit different racers, and you saw the interview there with Momoko Morioka, who was saying she was a little bit scared of the speed races sometimes. VI men's is coming up then, so the brothers Simpson up first. They crossed in 104.64. They weren't far behind Kevin Burton in that first run. They would love to get off the bottom in this second run. Kevin Burton, Kurt Grummelman going next for the United States of America. Hyacinth Delaplace goes from third position. Can he find a place on the podium at the World Cup? This is his World Cup debut. Miroslav Hreos, 101.09, couldn't catch Marek Kubacka, the only B1 athlete we have. And he was sensational this morning, just demonstrating why he's the world champion. Representing Great Britain, they're from Scotland. There'll be plenty of support back at their local club. It's brother Andrew leading Neil. They're almost a mirror image at parts of the first run. Of course, the course gets reset and changed during the lunch break, and they only get a chance to go down and assess it just the once. This is where not only Neil Simpson is learning, but Andrew learning all the time about giving his brother the chance to get down the hill as fast as possible with his instructions. Again, the British coaching staff believe there's a real talent in Neil Simpson. Into the bottom section, then in towards the line, these last few gates, trying to get as much speed as possible. 209.67. 209.67. Take a look back at this run a few moments ago. Simpson DNF'd in his second run at the World Champs in the Giant Slalom. No such issues here. Neil and Andrew getting down to set the first time. Now there is a slight delay out on the course, a little timing problem, but it's taking a little longer to resolve. More action to get your teeth stuck into. Coming up as quick as we can. So just one of the VIs has gone so far, the vision impaired category. These youngsters happy enough. Kevin Burton is up at the start blocks. Not sure how long he will have to wait. Notice the flags waving away. Now let's go down to Stephen Jameson, shall we?
Yeah, joining us down at the finish line, a little bit of a delay up top, so we thought we'd have a chat with Neil and Andrew. Guys, congratulations on a great run. I know you're relatively new to the circuit here at the Paris Skiing. How much have you enjoyed this year so far?
Yeah, it's been really good fun this year so far, especially these last few years. It's the hill's is a really nice hill to ski on, and I've really enjoyed it.
And you two are obviously brothers, for those who didn't know. What's that relationship like? Because from my experience, brothers always fight, but you seem to have a very good understanding for each other.
Yeah, it works well. I mean, obviously we know each other very well, so we know how to get each other fired up or calm each other down. We're very good at describing things to each other, so we're both 100% on what we're going out to achieve. So yeah, it works well.
And in terms of your relative youth, you're supposed to be in school on some days of the week. How exciting is that for you to sort of go back and tell your classmates, oh yeah, I was just skiing in a World Cup, sorry I missed this route?
Yeah, it's really good fun coming back, and the school is really supportive, like giving me work beforehand so I have stuff to work on. Yeah, so it's really exciting doing that.
And how much are you looking forward to the next couple of years? I know you'll be looking ahead to Beijing perhaps. How much are you excited to learn and grow within this sport?
Yeah, I'm really excited to work on my fitness. That's the main thing I think just now, since I'm not that big. And yeah, so see how it goes over the next few years.
Well, we wish you all the very best luck. Congratulations for Veysonnaz this week. Alan, it's back to you.
Yeah, Stephen was saying, and I was mentioning in commentary, there's a belief that there's a real raw talent there with the Simpsons. Can they grow him in size and confidence? 2 years now until the next World Championships, of which he shouldn't be as nervous because he's already done one. He's got a few World Cup races now under his belt as well. And that man scratching his head in the background, it's because we've got a bit of a delay. In fact, that delay is done. The gate is pulled across and we can get back to the action. Kevin Burton, old enough and experienced enough to know that that is just part of the sport, whether we like it or not. Burton, 36 years old. Following on from a 16-year-old. Kurt Grimmelman, the guide, this time around. See the two gondola stations side by side here at Veysonnaz. One takes you down to the hotel at the centre of Veysonnaz. The other one takes you to a car park in the middle of absolutely nowhere. But it works. 5-6. Well, I said that Simpson would like to see himself go up some places. This is an opportunity. Joining us from the long distance skiing world, biathlon and paracross country. 10th place in the 20k in Sochi. 2:09.67. Oh, he's just outside. Simpson does go up a place. Well, the damage for Burton was done in the early part. And the former military linguist stays out of the leader box and the Simpsons stay where they are. De La Place. Just to put this into context for those watching Simpson and Simpson. De La Place, Haraeus or Kubacka go out and he will podium at a World Cup. De La Place isn't without mistakes, also relatively new to the sport. The 400 metre para-athletics runner. Very well with Maxime Jourdain at the moment. 2:09.67. Oh, he's just denied Simpson. 0.34. Just denying Neil Simpson a place on the podium. Well, Delaplace won't care. Quite rightly as well. Now, a mistake from either of the Slovakians would mean that Delaplace is in the driving seat, but these two were far quicker than the rest. They are far more experienced than the other three. Miroslav Hreos. Guide is Maros Hudik. See him in the bright yellow outfit, somewhere bright orange. Into the final section, nice and steady. His challenge isn't to beat those that have gone before him, it's to set something big enough for Kubatska. Hreos sliding to the floor at the end. It goes to show you how much he was putting in the final stages. He's happy. There's a smile and a wave. Sort of a smile anyway. Here is the world champion, Marek Kubatska. Of course, missing some big names in the giant slalom community. Bertagnoli, not here at this World Cup, came second in the World Championships. He's inside already, Kubatska, 1.29. No Jakub Krakow, silver medalist in Pyeongchang. And Matt Marcoux, who was also changed guide, but he's on the injured list currently, so get well soon, Matt Marcoux. Hopefully he'll be back on the circuit before long. Kubatska being guided through once again by Maria Zatovikova with that speaker on the back. Kubatska following the sound of Maria. Is he following the sound of victory? Right-hander, left-hander, straight. He should have all the time in the world here. Kubatska takes 2 from 2 in the last couple of days. 4 seconds the difference. He really is enjoying his slalom events at the moment. It's Zatovikova and Kubatska again. There's the embrace. These two are perfecting the art of VI skiing. Well, he was already 1.29 ahead. Yesterday's victory would have given him the confidence to come out again and have another go at Hreos. That World Championship was greeted with hugs and praise from everyone on the circuit who have been around to witness Kubatska try and try and try. 2018 into 2019 is the season where Kubatska's efforts are paying off. It's another World Cup win this time for the world champion. And I'm sure we'll hear from him in just a matter of moments. It's Kubatska in 2 minutes, 0.10 from Hreos, 2:04.11. Hyacinth Delaplace, it's a World Cup debut weekend here. He's in third. Simpson just denied. Let's hear from our winners, shall we?
Yeah, down at the finish with our winners in the men's VI, Marek, Maria, huge congratulations. What a fantastic week for you. How much have you enjoyed Veysonnaz, guys?
I think that we enjoyed it very much because from the start it wasn't very good because the Super Gs didn't go very well for us. But we were still waiting for GS because it's our discipline and we are very happy that we make it the best again.
And in terms of the next few weeks, I know you've got a little bit of time off. How nice is that going to be after a very busy month? What have you guys got planned?
Oh, well, we have only 1 week free because then we are going to Zagreb for Europa Cup. And then it looks like we are going to have maybe more time. But it was, I think, a very, very busy month for us. So relax is very good for us.
But a very successful month as well, Marek. How much have you enjoyed the start of this year?
že ako si užil celý mesiac, lebo že si mal veľmi úspešný mesiac.
Veľmi dobre, každý výsledok človeka ťaha dopredu. Je to potešenie, zvyšuje to tú seba dôveru, teda minimálne v tom obrovskom slalome a pomáha mi to do každého ďalšieho nového štartu, takže je to fajn.
So I enjoy it very much because every good result is still pushing me. And it's especially in GS. So I feel very good right now, and I think that it's a very good season for us.
It certainly seems it, guys. Congratulations on another gold medal, and we'll see you soon. Alan, it's back to you.
So, some athletes take the time out between the World Cup circuit. Some of them, as Maria Zatovikova mentioning there, do not. Off to the Europa Cup. Another part of the season that you can take part in. Neil Simpson has enjoyed some success in those Europa Cups, so it's a good starting ground. Jules Segers, just 16, is currently last in the list, so goes first in the second run. Davide Bendotti after him. Then it comes down to these two, but I tell you now, Markus Salka has been very good indeed this week. And if there's going to be a surprise, you feel like Salka could be the man to get it. There is Jules Segers, and the youngster will have just been told there's a slight delay at the start. So we do have a delay to proceedings. Another youngster just behind him to his back behind him to his left is Kohei Takahashi. This is Jareos finishing his run. He was well ahead of the rest, as we suspected the two Slovakians would be. Fairly uneventful run for Jareos. I don't think there was a great deal more he could do. Losing out by 4 seconds is testament really to Kobatska's quality in the Giant Slalom. You heard his guide Maria a moment ago talking about how much they're enjoying this season. And Jareos, as much as he could put between himself and De La Place, couldn't get anywhere near the current race leader. So here is the youngster, Jules Segers. Can only stop and wait. Course ready is the shout. 16 years old, French student. Keeps setting different ambitions. His first one was to compete on the World Cup circuit. Scratch that one off. Only made that in September of last year. Here he is in February, kicking things off the bucket list in style. Seger's next hope has got to be to get to a World and Paralympic Games. That's how you keep striving to go forward. Segers will want to do just that. 12 athletes in the men's standing. It's the highest number of competitors in any of the events that we have. 30 in the Giant Slalom in Kranjska Gora at the World Championships. It was Arthur Balchet who topped the list that day. He and Theo Remeur here in Veysonnaz have had a real tussle. The young Frenchman gets across. We'll give you that time in just a moment. Here's Davide Bendotti. Segers went through this first intermediate on 38. There's a full second knocked off that. Italian single leg skier. He was 24 himself. He made his debut in 2015, so a spring chicken in that sense. Bendotti coming to the line. 2:12.59 was given to Segers. And again, just having a few technical issues that are meaning that can't bring you those times live. 2:12.59 was Segers. I'll work my way backwards as I can for you at home. We'll wait for the time for Bendotti in just a moment. But this is Kohei Takahashi. Takahashi 1.97 in front. Just 18 himself. There's been an improvement in Takahashi just here at these World Cups, actually, just getting the chance to come down. He's got braver with his decision making. He's got faster because of that. We have a superstar in the sitting women's division. They have superstars in the men's sitting. 4.19 ahead. 2:08 from Takahashi. That's a good run.
Thank you.
So, Takahashi goes into the leader box, well ahead of Segers, and he's 1.44 ahead of Davide Bendotti. 2:08.40, 2:09.84, and 2:12.59. So just to get you up to speed with those, just to return to the action in a moment, it will be Segers, Bendotti, Takahashi, bottom to top. 2:12.59 for Segers, 2:09.84 for Davide Bendotti, and Kohei Takahashi on 2:08.40 is now our leader. There you see him coming across the line. And we can get going again. This is Hiraku Misawa, another of our single leg skiers in this competition. So Hilmar Olvason win the first ever World Cup for a para or able-bodied Icelandic Alpine skier. Won a World Cup in Zagreb. 1:35.03 was the time to get through. Misawa very much inside. 2.26 as well. Misawa wasn't far behind Niko Prijancic at the end of the first run. And again, for all these athletes that come down, it's about trying to improve on your finish position. For some, it's getting the experience. For others, it's trying to get your best ever finish through the line. 2:04.51. It's 3.89 seconds quicker than Takahashi. So one Japanese skier is replaced by another. Niko Prijancic was the third placed of the three Austrians in this contest. 1:32.77. He is slower, 1.66. That was a good run from Misawa. Prijancic got something in the bottom section. One-year-old. Lives in Globasnitz. Debut back in 2011. Can he get to 2:04.51? No, he won't. That's a good run from Misawa. 1.25. Well, throws his arms down in disappointment, Prijancic. Bordanks got his skis the right side of the gate earlier on, despite giving the gate the rest of the day off. Smashed it in half. Bordanks not to be perturbed. Oh, 4 100s. This is just showing you how good Massawa's second run really was now. Because Bordanks has dropped nearly half a second. Oh, he got caught up in the gate. He's having to correct his ski pole here. You just see him manoeuvring in his right hand. He's just got caught in another one. Absolute same mistake. And at the moment, Manuel Bordanks is almost jousting. 2:04.51. He's got there. Well, instead of using it as a ski pole, he had it more like a wand. The magician Bordanks gets through. And he does take the lead. Call it unconventional if you like. 2:04.30 is the time Manuel Bordanks now has set for Christoph Schneider. And who's had his injury problems. 6-year-old to get back on track. Missed the games last time out. He's got 3 years to set that record straight. Now done 3 World Championships. He's inside Bordanks by 0.76. Quite an upright ski this from Schneider. Now he needs to duck in. And he will get there in front. 2:03.46. 0.84 is the difference. Schneider has the lead. 5 big athletes to come. Thomas Walsh, bronze medal winner from the World Championships. Looking to build as much momentum through this opening section as he can. 1:31.97 will put him in front of Schneider. Very much so, 1.16 seconds quicker. Stretches his advantage over Schneider by just over 1/10 of a second. A little bit wild through here, but he's regained composure. Walsh looking to get a podium finish here in Veysonnaz. 2:03.46 will go. It's a good run. That is a good run from Thomas Walsh. 2 minutes, 0.84. Is it good enough? 4 more to come. Walsh invited into the leader box. Thomas Field from Switzerland. 32 years old. Up. The first intermediate. It's a good start for Thomas Field. Has to keep his line. Keep his cool. And has to hope that not only is he quicker than Walsh, he's too quick for Marcus Salka. 2.84. Oh, 0.67. It's enough to go above Walsh. Can he hold off the former World Cup winner, Marcus Salka? 27 now. Double gold medalist in Sochi. 4 gold medals to his names in previous World Championships. .45 is already the difference he's put between himself and Thomas Field. Salka very close after the first run. He finished on 57.89, 0.8 behind Theo Gimor, who was first. That can be won and lost anywhere. Salka has been strong and steady these last few days. And he will go in front. 3.64 over Thomas Field. Well, he wobbles his head to the side. Is it enough to take on this man or the leader behind him? This is Arthur Barchet, 18-year-old, dominant force at the World Championships. It's .66. That's the difference between Boucher and Salka at that intermediate time. But it's what you do with the rest of the course that counts. All on Boucher getting knocked around a bit. The course trying to have its way with Boucher, who's into the final few gates now. 1:56.53. It'll be tight. Oh, he's got there, 0.28. Marcus Salka will roll his eyes towards heaven and wonder what on earth he has to do, even when the course is trying to help him. Salka can't get past Boucher. Well, yesterday we saw after Boucher have his problems with the course, and then Theo Gemert had his as well, but neither of them would be stopped, and it was Gemert who would go on to victory. 0.12, that is nothing. 0.12 between Gemert and Boucher, and it's the bottom part of the course where we saw Boucher have his difficulties and Gemert handle it better. See Gemert's impairment on his right side. 1:56.25 is what he's chasing. He looks very good here, Theo Gemert. This is a very strong performance from the young Swiss skier, and he does indeed take another World Cup victory. Even Boucher has to applaud that. Not one person at the bottom who isn't clapping, and Theo Gemert has won another. Now these two, as they say, it's a battle when they're on the course. They're very friendly off it, but neither wants to give up a victory. As we're being waved at by somebody in one of the gondolas, we wave goodbye to the men in the Giant Slalom standing for now. Theo Gemert takes it from Arthur Boucher. Marcus Salka gets third, 2 inside 1:57, but Theo Gemert was unstoppable. 1:54.41, Friel has to settle for fourth. Walsh in fifth position. Jules Segers, Dimini Bendotti at the wrong end for now. But again, both of those still pretty much learning as they go. We'll take a look back at some of the action from that run. Theo Gemert wasn't a great deal in it in the top section, but we did see Boucher struggle through the bottom. And as you see Gemert coming into the final drop down, this right-hander is pretty much all there was, and he was so far out at that point, you knew what was coming. At 1:56.25, already being forgotten as Gemert comes across 1.84. The gap between first and third after the first run was 0.8. There's the respect from Boucher. At the end of this run, the gap 2:12.
Yeah, thank you very much, Theo. Huge congrats. You did it again here in Veysonnaz. Lots of supporters here watching you. How much did you enjoy that run?
Yeah, it was not so clean, but I take like 2 seconds of bushes, so it's good, and now it's time to take care of the rest of skiing, so it's feeling good.
Yeah, it's been a really crazy start to the year, very busy month. How much are you looking forward now to a couple of weeks where you can just relax and take a breather?
Yeah, before relaxing I have exams next week, but yeah, after that I will really take my time to relax, to enjoying time with my family, and yeah, it will be good.
And then hopefully you'll be refreshed and ready to go again for La Molina and then for Morzine.
Yeah, for the last races of this season, and yeah, it will be the fight till the end with Porsche for the World Cup overall, so I am really looking forward to take this the second time for me.
Well, you called it a war the other day. You've won this battle. We'll see how it ends up at the end of the competition. Theo, congratulations.
Thank you.
Alan, it's back to you.
I've gone down and spoken to Theo Gemert. We've been getting used to chatting with Stephen Jameson. Another man that's been getting used to chatting with our presenter is Jeroen Kampschreur. Jesper Pedersen had the monopoly on the leader box before the last Super G. Since then, Kampschreur has took his throne and stayed put in that leader box very neatly indeed. He's got over a second's advantage on Jesper Pedersen. Maybe the biggest surprise was René de Silvestro in third position. As we move into our final event of this World Cup. Veysonnaz gets ready to say goodbye as we say hello to the men's sit skiers, Oscar Antonio Espariagas Suarez. 36 now from Achanis. Debuted back in 2011. It's been a little sporadic in his appearances since then. He did go to Sochi, came 13th in the Giant Slalom. He's had a couple of World Championship appearances as well. He's appearing here. I'm assuming he's going to be in Spain, in La Molina, when we finally arrive there at the beginning of March. I have learnt to assume nothing. Coming up to the 2-minute mark then for Oscar Suarez. Just going to go back to something mentioned a little bit on. Well done to Manny Bochet, by the way, winner of every race here in Veysonnaz, the only one to have done that. Across the line then comes Suarez to 15:92. He completes 2 runs in a day and gets his official time. Not that he's that happy with it. Just 10 athletes left in this run. We lost some good names in the opening run. This is Floris Meyer. We do have all 3 of the Dutch athletes. How much time can Meyer put between himself and Suarez?
Le 44 à l'arrivée, le 15, le 92 dans le 43 en course.
Into this final drop then. Oh, inside 2:10. That's a good start. 06:20. The gap. Woo. Floris Meyer raises a little smile. He'll be happy with that. Inside 2:10. This is Corey Peters. Down in 13th at the World Champs during this event. A couple of DNFs during his time here in Veysonnaz as well. 2:09.72 puts him at the top for now. Already a second quicker than Meyer after the intermediate split, but he was ahead by more than that earlier on, and he's going to do well here. 2:08.60. So Corey Peters adds a 1:12 difference to he and the time that was set by Meyer. Marcus Vaterhofer. Vaterhofer's first run, 1:04.47. He's 0.53 ahead of Peters. And it's Vaterhofer's challenge to go back to the top of the leaderboard once again. No, down goes Vaterhofer. And, well, it's always an uncomfortable slide until you come to a halt, especially if you do it in a steep section. And Vaterhofer keeps on coming here. Vaterhofer, well, flipping himself to his stronger side. Let's take a look back at how that all went down into this right-hander. Looked okay here. Oh, just as he tries to come through this left-hander. It's a tight one against the gate. And He just couldn't make it and slips out of the competition. And there is the current leader. He'll have figured out that Kratterhofer hasn't made it down.
J'en profite pour remercier tous les sponsors, parmi lesquels les maisons qui s'occupent du sport handicap comme Plus Sport, également la clinique romande de réadaptation.
Just a slight delay whilst the course is made safe. Look at the concentration on these two. At the front, you've got Taiki Mori. Behind him, World Championship silver medalist Niels de Langen, who's looking to finish this World Cup strongly. Hasn't had the best of times. He is World Championship silver medalist in Giant Slalom. 38-year-old Mori has his successes as well at Giant Slalom Gold. The World Champs back in 2013. Top of the Super Combined and the Super G as well. That was his year. He will have proved to be a big inspiration for Momoka Muraoka in the women's sitting, I'm sure. At the end of this, he's off to hit the gym because he's starting to compete as a powerlifter for Japan as well. He's aiming for the next summer and winter games at the age of 38. Good effort from Taiki Mori. That's where we lost Kratterhofer. Obviously everything's okay now. Mori chasing down on Corey Peters' time. Long left into a short right. And this starts the sharp drop down. 2:08.60, that's easy enough for Taiki Mori. 2:06.80 is now the new lead time from the Japanese sit skier. As we mentioned before, de Langen, World Championship silver medal winner. Would love to finish his 5 days here with a podium finish. But he's got work to do. 4 more to come after Niels de Langen. He is up at the moment on Mori. You see the likeness in the styles. De Langen and Kampster very often imitate. And he leads. It's good as well. 1.51. 2:05.29. Can he stay there, or is he just keeping it warm for Akira Kano? Kano drops down, and we start to think about the split. How close are these two? Kano looking quick. He is ahead by a second. He didn't start that far ahead after the first run, so that's a good start for Akira Kano. 32-year-old from Abashiri. Hunting 2:05.29. Up to the 2-minute mark he comes then. 2:05.29 as he starts his drop down these last few gates. Should be okay. No! Kano drops time massively. Up the bottom section, 1.5 seconds, disappears somewhere on the course. Call it a mystery. Call it what you like. Niels de Langen still leads. René Di Silvestro. Can the Italian finish on the podium? That was him starting. This is live. Silvestro just pointing his way through this flat section of the course. Really hard to maintain momentum. flattened that red gate post a moment ago. 1:33.07 is Cano's time. He's just inside that, but Cano then lost a whole second and a half in this bottom section on De Langen. And Silvestro really throwing himself into these gates. He's got to hold those bumps. Silvestro doing his very best. Kampschrel impressing here. Really using his strength to manoeuvre this monoski. Is there a surprise in store? Di Silvestro chasing down 2:05.29. He was only just ahead of the split. He's looking good for this. Yes, 2:04.25. Di Silvestro topples De Langen. Jesper Pedersen will be desperate to get that leader bib from Jeroen Kampschrel. The early part of this course is about getting yourself through these opening gates as quick as possible, and then through this flat section, just keeping that speed, using the outrigger just for a little balance. Pedersen looking focused as he starts the drop down. Through here, Di Silvestro went 1:32.93. This will give us a good insight. He's a whole second up and a little bit more. 1:19 for Pedersen with Kampschrel to come. The Norwegian bouncing through the gates. Was in great spirits yesterday evening during the presentations. He and his coach, big fans of the music that was being played locally. Pedersen will be a big fan of the number one position, is where he's going to be. 1:33 ahead of Di Silvestro. Trying to catch his breath. He's going to go into the leader box. Now, is there a mistake? Is there a mistake in the great Jeroen Kampschrel? He will already go down in the history books as a great world championship at a young age. Gold medals in Tarvisio. Dominant at the recent world championships. And he's won the last two Giant Slaloms. He won the last Super G here as well in the World Cup. Doesn't do failure, but he's only 0.17 ahead. He started a second clear of Pedersen. Has the Norwegian found the formula? Kampschrel again, as you see him on the corners, elbows down, forearms down, really getting as low and as sideways as he can. The limitations of the single ski allow him to do so right on the edge of that blade. 2:02.92. Oh, he's just magic, isn't he? 2 minutes, 0.49. It looked like it was going to be so close after the split. Forget that. Jeroen Kampschrel is king again. We saw the smile of Jeroen Kampschrel. This is the skill. Final few gates, and all of a sudden you realise he's so close to the finish line, and he only just was outside the 2 minute mark. That would have been phenomenal. Really would have been. Punches the air in delight. 3 out of 3 in the Giant Slalom. He has loved his time as they start to pack away. No breath spared. Jeroen Kampschrel takes it from Jesper Pedersen. Then Di Silvestro picks up a podium place in front of world silver medalist Niels De Langen. It's a good competition. Gratahoff are the only one we lost in the final run here in Veysonnaz. And let's go and hear once more from Jeroen Kampschrel. He's with Stephen Jameson.
Well, here we go, final time down here at the finish line, and not a surprise to see Jeroen Kampschrel here yet again. What a week for you in Veysonnaz. How much have you enjoyed it?
Oh, so much. I mean, 4 in a row, that's amazing. This whole month, my worst result was a silver, so it's been amazing for me.
And how much are you now looking for? You mentioned it's been a month. It's been a very long time both away and in terms of like the physicality of just skiing constantly. How much are you looking forward to a little bit of time off?
Yeah, that's good. I mean, we're fit, we're in top form, and we're used to this, but to go home after 4 weeks is a good feeling. Just to see my dog and my family and, you know, eat cheese with the family, because I got a couple of them.
Yeah, you've racked up a few of those. Yeah. In terms of the rest of the season, both La Molina and Morzine, how much are you excited for that after what's been surely almost a perfect season for you so far?
Yeah, I'm super excited. I'm hoping to finish this season off with some more good medals and good races. I've been so constant now. I'm really happy. I didn't have one DNF, and last season there was a different thing. So we worked hard this summer. We had a great season until now, and yeah, some time off and then finish it off.
Well, we can't wait to watch you in La Molina. Enjoy the cheese as well. I know you've got a few. Guys, thank you so much for joining us down at the finish line. From myself and from Jeroen and from Veysonnaz. From us, it's goodbye. Back to Alan.
Thank you very much to Stephen James. And thank you to all the athletes who have spoken to us at the end of their run. And thank you to these people as well. We can't run competitions without the help of the locals, and they are already starting to pack away. Whilst we put the banners in the back of the van, Jeroen Kampsteur and Marie Bochet are loading multiple cheeses into their suitcases and wondering how on earth they're going to get them out of Switzerland. For now, that brings us to the end of the current period of Alpine skiing. The World Cup continues when we get to La Molina in the beginning of March. From all of us here at the World Para Alpine Skiing World Cup, goodbye.